Right, welcome to my YouTube channel. We just want to, I just want to give a brief review, right, about what happened or what has been happening in the financial markets for quite a while. Many traders we just trade blindly. Um, we don't actually bring into cognizance what the market is actually doing. The forex market is actually related, right? The sentiments, the technicals, and all of that, right? So, uh, for those of us that trade the USD pairs, that is where I'll be focusing on because I don't trade yen pairs, I don't trade the crosses and all of that, right? I usually trade pairs that have their bearing on the USD, right? So we have seen something going on. We have been seeing that um, the financial market has actually been so crazy, right? In the last days, the dollar has just been rallying higher, 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 while the pairs that are paired against the dollar has been finding their way the opposite direction. Right, I'm trying to open up two charts so that I can illustrate it better. All right, so this is the dollar index. This is the reason why we have been having the kind of one direction movement in the market. As you can see, the dollar has been bullish. The US dollar index represents the strength of the United States dollars. All right. So now it's a representation of the economy of the United States. So you should expect um the pairs that are against the dollar to drop when the USD is strong, right? For instance, we have let me just use this for the analogy. We have a pair like USD JPY, all right? So let's look at it. USD JPY. I have to type that out. Why is my text not coming out? Okay, that's kind of popped out severally. Maybe because network or something. All right, so let's edit this and use it for illustration. All right, my network is kind of faulty. That's why I kind of having some difficulties. This right? Doesn't matter. But we are still going to do what we came to do, right? All right. So when you have the USD GPY or USD card, whatever, but USD at the front. So now look at this pair. Look at this. Let me just explain something for you guys. Let me make it bigger. All right. This bigger. All right. So make that bigger. USD JPY. All right. So now when you're trading a pair that the USD is against, right? We have what they call the base and the quote currency, right? But basically, when you see a pair that has USD the prefix, right, you should expect that currency to have the same structure with the dollar index because this pair simply means that if you buy this pair USGPY, simply saying that you believe that the USD is going to go up relative to GPY, right? But if you sell it, it simply means that you believe that USD is going to be weaker than the GPY. So this pair USGPY it goes up when the USD is weak. I mean, it goes up when the GPY is weak against the USD, and it goes down when the GPY is strong against what the USD. So since the USD based on the dollar index has been firing up, like it has been extremely bullish. Look at the weekly time frame. It has cleared all the highs and is showing no signs of coming down. So that is why we have been seeing a bullish rally on pairs like USJPY, USD CAD, USD CHF, and all of that, right? Because the US dollar is actually very strong at the moment. Like it's been going all the way up. That's why we're having that, right? We're having all this pair. Let's look at our USD card. Let me just bring out, or let's go to USD card to see if we can get a better confirmation. Tomato is kind of slow. So let's bear with me while let's continue, right? So I want to bring out the FOREX USD card, right? USD card or whatever. That's what the broker they paid as USD. And let's go to USD card, USD Canadian dollar. Right. So you can see what I've been talking about. Look at the daily time frame. You can see how it's looking like the dollar index. You can see how that's been having a good amount of buys, right? Because you can see what I'm talking about there. Look at relatively, this pair has been bullish, right? So I'm just trying to explain, right? The USD has been bullish, right? So any pair that the USD is trading against, you should expect that pair to what go down, to go up, sorry, because USD is what bullish. So when we buy USD card, we're trying to say that we believe that USD card is stronger than the card. But if it's selling down, we believe that it's weaker than the Canadian dollar. So you can see, due to the fact that the DXY has been extremely bullish, that is why we are seeing a bullish structure on the pairs that have GPY attached. I mean, that have USD at the as this prefix. Look at it, it has been given series of higher highs and higher lows. This has been a fairly bullish market. You can see higher high, higher low, and that has been the new high. You can see it's even wicked above, like look at this week, kind of wicked all the way up. You can see that the market has been seriously bullish. Let's check the weekly to compare what we are seeing, right? So you can see even for the weekly it has been kind of coming up for quite some weeks now. Although the USD the dollar index has been extremely bullish, but the Canadian dollar has been putting up a fight, right? So let's look at USD JPY. Yeah, USD JPY. Just they're still trying to compare this thing, right? They're trying to compare exactly. USD JPY, can see how it has been firing up, up, just like what the dollar index. So let's just check another pair that has USD at the front. USD chef. Let's check USD chef. Just trying to make it, let me see something. Right, USD chef, right? So you should expect pairs that have USD at the prefix to be bullish. Right, you can see we have been having a kind of bullish run, although it kind of retraced a bit, but it is overall bullish, right? So the dollar index gives you a view, or let's say a kind of explanation to what is going on in the United States economy, right? So the USD is strong, right? So it's only pairs that are relatively as strong as the US dollars that will be able to send price down. So any pair that is attached to the US dollar, you should expect it to keep going up unless it's stronger than the US dollar. Because the Japanese yen has been fairly weak when compared to the US dollar, and that's why it has been going all the way up, right? So now during the past week, we have had a lot of bullish runs on the USD pairs, and this has also led to the dumping of pairs that have USD at the suffix, right? At the suffix. So pairs like EU, but USD has been very bullish. EU, GU, and all of this, right? Because what these pairs are paired against the United States dollars, right? So look at this. So look at this GDP, 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 GBP, sorry, British pounds, GBP USD. So this also have been happening on the pairs down. So now, if you are trading euro against the USD and the USD is strong, do you expect that pair to also buy? Because if you're buying this, it simply means that you believe that the euro will be stronger than this. But if you're selling it, it simply means that you believe that the euro will be weaker than USD. Since USD is a stronger pair based on what we can see on the dollar index, you should expect pairs having this USD attached behind to do what? Drop. That is why we have been having a kind of bearish run on so many pairs that have USD attached. For instance, look at Euro USD. USD has, and Euro USD kind of broke a 20-year record. Look at the weekly time frame, that's been bearish. You can see that's been bearish because why the USD has been strong. Look at the British pounds against the US dollars has also been bearish, right? Let's check AUDSD. Let's see AUDSD, right? That's still been bearish, has been, although the AUD has been putting up a fight, but it has still been going down, right? Let's see GBP USD, right? So British pound against the US dollars. You can see the same thing, bearish. So that is all basically why the market has been, given the bearish run is because of the strength of the United States dollars. And look at what has happened also on crypto. All those coins that have USD attached to them, they have been also doing the same thing. Look at Bitcoin. Look at it, because it is priced in dollar. So as the dollar strengthens, it weakens. Just look at the pairs that are attached to the dollar. Let's look at Ethereum. Just showing you this so you understand why the market has been bearish. So look at it, Ethereum bearish. Let's go to gold. Right, let's go to gold. SAUUSD. All right, so gold. All right, so you can see gold has been doing the same thing, bearish. That is because of the bullish run on the dollar. Let's look at silver. Right, I'm not showing you why this has been happening. Right, silver. I don't know. I've not traded silver before. I don't know what's the okay, ZAG USD. I've seen it. ZAG USD. So bearish. That is it. So all this dump has been because or due to the fact that the United States dollar has been bullish. So for you to see a bullish run on any of these assets or instruments, you should expect the dollar to start dropping. Now let us look at the dollar index. Where should we expect the dollar index to start dropping? Because the dollar has been up for quite a while, and we expect some kind of inflation in the economy. So there are two things that are going to lead to the dump of the United States dollars. Number one is the inflation, right? The inflation is going to lead to that. That inflation is an economic factor, right? So let's look at the monthly time frame to see if you can be able to predict where the dollar will start dropping from. And then when the dollar start dropping, you can now start looking for buys on the EU, on the GU, on the gold, on the silver, on the cryptocurrency, right? This is the reason why cryptocurrency is dropping, because of this rally in the dollar index, right? So just give me a moment. So let's look at. So where do we expect the dollar to start being weak, right? The market, the dollar is currently, the dollar is currently very inflated to this bullish run. So we should expect a major replacement anytime soon. So let's check the monthly time frame to see where we could expect the dollar to, start jumping. Right, so let's delay this. For the first time in 20 years, the dollar actually was equal to the euro. That happened on Friday, or I think on Thursday, and it's even the euro even went below the dollar for some time before finally went back up. Right, so look at this. So this is a monthly time frame. Right, so where do we expect this bearish run to begin? Right, so looking at the monthly time frame, this will be more of a fundamental stuff. So I expect the dollar to get up or maybe let's check. All right, so this is like the last bullish run before dollar actually jumped. Right, it jumped down to 77 or thereabout. So this is where dollar is likely going for, right? We may still see some more bullish run on the dollar, right? So possibly we could be looking at price coming back all the way into this point. For now, I still see some more bullish run on the dollar, right? So may likely go for here. Let's say for the open of this imbalance here, right? Just somewhere around there. So dollar is kind of close on the monthly. Dollar should likely go higher, right, into this order block, right? I think the order block is not an exact candle, right? If you get into this monthly order block, right, it will give us that push down, right? So we might likely see maybe, let's say, a little retracement, but I still expect dollar to keep buying to somewhere here. So this fact is like we expect more dumps on crypto and all of that, right? So if price gets here, maybe next month or next 2 months, dollar is likely going to drop and to be coming for this low here, right? So dollar will be likely coming for this low here, just right there, right? So if you should come here and redistribute, they're likely going for this low, and this is where you see a rise in gold, a rise in Bitcoin, a rise in silver, and all those pairs that are correlating with the United States dollars, right? So this is just what I want to share. It's not this. I promise that this will not be a long video. So this is just it. This is the market review. This is why market has been doing why it's doing. It's just based on what the dollar has been doing, right? So this is, I hope this helps you, right, to make informed trading decisions, right? Please join my Telegram channel or community. If you haven't, the link in the description, and see you guys in the next video.